I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we're talking about YouTube announces an array of new updates for the app, and here's what to expect. For starters, YouTube has opted to enhance its accessibility feature for all. Therefore, it's launching a new experiment called Touch Captions. For now, it's a test that will be performed solely on desktop and will entail just a limited number of English content channels. The experiment will begin towards the end of September 22. As far as the feature is concerned, well, it's going to enable users to suggest auto captions by directly fiddling with the app's panel for transcriptions. So YouTube hopes for an overall enhancement of quality can come into play with this new addition for captions while reducing the time and effort of creators and users that hope to add their contributions to a channel. When viewing a channel with this feature, the user can simply open the transcript, click the editor, and provide suggestions. This way, it won't impact their watch experience. But remember, this feature is only going to be available for video content where the button for automatic captions is kept on. Next up, the company is taking great pride in its partnership with OBS, which actually took place late last month. I guess that would be August 2022. For now, HDR support will be passed on to OBS users too. This is the name reserved for high dynamic range support. This will enable users to witness better contrast of colors than the standard range, so you can see the great impact that deeper blacks and brighter whites can add to HDR screens that support this system. The feature will be available to all OBS users with the appropriate coder and settings to stream directly to YouTube, and this won't have any need for additional equipment for use or setup. YouTube then went on to shed light on a new update to its community guidelines that came into effect on September 7, 2022. This update on the policy for nudity and explicit content is taking center stage for both animated and live content. That's very important. I'm going to read that part again because this is extremely important. First of all, this is already taking place September 7th, 2022. This update on the policy for nudity and explicit content is taking center stage for both animated and live content. So that's video games, to say the least. Video games, and live content, obviously. YouTube wants to make sure the app is a platform for all to be safe while expressing themselves artistically. Anything from television to fictional content that does not cross the line and is directly to educate viewers will be allowed solely. This includes removing age restrictions for sexual content that displays zero nudity. If there is content linked to a sex toy that isn't being promoted in the script in a graphic or sexual manner, it won't be age restricted again. Therefore, safe sex tutorial or product reviews for sex toys whose main intention is solely to provide education on the subject won't be age restricted. However, this is like the Twitch crowd, ASMR content that's sexually gratifying will be restricted on the platform, like explicit sounds. These will come with age restrictions or be completely removed. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting line there, because it's either it will come with age restrictions or it will be completely removed. That sounds like a strike on your channel. And the new change will apply to content, thumbnails, banners, and posts Any image featuring explicit material without warning will be removed or age restricted. Remember, all of these updates apply to all content types like videos, comments, links, and more. All content uploaded after this policy was introduced will have to face the consequences. Wow. Okay. Lastly, the app wants to be more engaging and immersive for viewers, so they're exploring a new version of vertical videos on home. This includes updated thumbnails to the 4:5 size for better viewership. YouTube hopes the feature can enhance both views and total watch time for creators on the app. This new feature is getting launched around the world this week, so stay tuned. Wow, so there's a lot going on there. Obviously, one of the big things people will have to pay attention to is the ASMR. I know that's a big community on Twitch, and YouTube is definitely trying to get some of those Twitch viewers. But I don't think Twitch banned those type of videos, right? So now YouTube is basically saying, if you are into those type of videos, it says that it could be age restricted on the platform, or it could be totally taken off of the platform. That's not a thin line there, right? So I don't really know what's the rules for something to be age restricted compared to what's the rules for something to just be completely taken off the platform and your channel basically probably receive a strike. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to just put these up and they just either age restricted or take it off your platform and allow you to just keep putting up these types of videos. There was another thing that said something about let me see. Yeah, this update on the policy for nudity and explicit content is taking center stage for both animated and live content. What is that? Animated and live content? Or, I would imagine an uploaded video would kind of be the same policy. But as far as like some of the explicit material in some of these video games, I would say watch out with the thumbnail, because the thumbnail can get a community strike, a YouTube strike on your channel. So you definitely have to pay attention to some of the thumbnails you are putting up on YouTube, because this is both animated and live content. So that's going to be something that's going to be interesting. Everything else was kind of updating the process, some OBS stuff here that's going to help people use a lot less equipment for OBS users. But besides that, I would just say obviously the big thing you have to keep an eye on was the community guidelines and sensitive content. Remember, that has already taken place. So some users are probably already seeing the effect on their channel. If you haven't gotten a community strike or anything yet, you probably can continue what you are posting to your videos. But remember, as of September 7th, the new rules have already taken place. And if it's not for educational purposes, YouTube is going to be a lot more stricter on explicit content. Like you can see, they're talking about ASMR. I don't really know anything about that scene. Like I said, that's kind of a Twitch scene from what I understand. For the most part, it's not like a really huge YouTube scene. YouTube has like really relaxing type of videos, like beach sounds and like 11 hours of like rain, and you know what I'm saying? So those videos, I don't think those are going to be a problem. But I think something about, like, I know a scene that's really big on YouTube is eating, right? Like people, mukbang or something like that, mukbang, something like that, where people just sit there and eat. So I don't think sounds of like eating is gonna be a problem, but you kind of will probably worry about a little bit, like if you're like enjoying the food and you're making, sounds like you're satisfied with the food, like I would imagine. I don't know if that may be counted. I don't know the new rules for this, but like I said, they haven't really set a strict guideline. It says that some of the videos will be age restricted, or the video will be completely, you say these come with age restricted or be completely removed. So it's, they're gonna have to educate some of the content creators, especially in the ASMR scene. Like I said, I don't think eating and maybe, gratifying sounds of being satisfied while eating, but if you're doing sounds that like people like, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I don't really know anything about the ASMR scene. It's not really my scene, and I don't know anything about that. But I don't think it's gonna affect channels who put up like driving or dogs, or if you have relaxing sounds of rain or wind, things like that. But ASMR, YouTube is definitely gonna take a stricter line on some of that content. I am Jason. The world is yours. Today we're looking at some new updates for YouTube's content creators, ASMR content creators. You have to watch out a little bit more. Video game creators, you have to watch your thumbnails and some of the content you put up. A lot of these games have certain suggestive material that I don't think YouTube is going to be playing around with anymore. I don't know if they're going to age restrict that, but they can take the video down off of your platform. So please pay attention to your thumbnails and some of the content in your video. I am Jason. The world is yours. Today we're talking about updates to YouTube's website. It's not really the app. I thought this was going to be more about YouTube Studio, but a lot of these are only for what was it called, for like PC. It's not really mobile creators, right? Like anything like that. Like most of these updates won't really be affecting the YouTube Studio, but it definitely will be affecting the YouTube desktop. Let me know your opinion of these updates for YouTube. Do you love them? Are you against them? Are you happy that YouTube is taking more of a tougher line on some of these videos that's probably taking away from your content? But yeah, just let me know, or even let me know some opinions of what you think YouTube should be updating, right? Besides these updates here, what do you think YouTube should update in its future? Thank you for watching.